Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance. Here we have Seton's game that was sent to me by a player in this game. We got really good players all around in this one, but for this replay we're just going to focus on the mid fight because it's very good. So great players all around. We have Voodoo, Kinky Priest, True, and Lucky 7 on one team. Got Ramak, TA4Life, Mr. White, and Suspect on another team. So really good matchups all around, but we will focus on the middle fight. It looks like Voodoo went with a single factory, and I will play this very fast at first, at +4 at least until they get to the middle. So Voodoo bringing a whole bunch of stuff with into the middle. TA4Life not nearly as aggressive, just bringing an NG and his ACU. Voodoo bringing in a bunch of tanks, an RD, and an NG. He's going to be starting a lot of power. So from this point onward, I will play it at +2. This is the first unit to get to the middle. And obviously, right now, at this stage in the game, it's not about shooting the other ACU, it's about getting as much of this mass as you can for your team. And if you look at this, you can see how he's overflowing, and if we look at one of his allies, well, you can see that there was mass there, that now he's getting some bonuses as TA is overflowing, so that's the way this works. That's why you need to get the mass from the middle. Looks like Voodoo is getting the upper hand here. TA needs to start reclaiming, and Voodoo has left him without anything around him. So TA realizes that he's got no options. He's going to have to go back and get these. Voodoo is going to be first to get to this big chunk. TA will get some of the smaller ones as well. TA did have this engineer. This thing is going to pick up a lot of extra mass under Voodoo's nose. We just have to see how much it can get before it's shot. And there he goes, but it did get quite a bit, and TA still has a few chunks of mass to get. There's just a little bit more, so we can look at the reclamation number now. TA with about 5,400, Voodoo with about 7,000, so about 1,500 extra for Voodoo. That could be significant later on. Both players find each other on the wrong side, and so they're just gonna get back to their respective sides of the battle. The first unit's coming in, and the TA has 4 factories. He's working on the... He has 4, right? Yeah, he's working on the 5th. Voodoo has less factories because he went for the extremely aggressive opening, and I think it did pay off. He got more mass. But we'll have to see what happens next. Voodoo just picks up the mass extractor, TA doing the same thing. And I will do my best to ignore the other players in this game because we're focusing on the middle fight. TA now getting the Tech 2 engineering upgrade. It's the left arm. And Voodoo looks like he's getting the same thing. Yeah, he's getting the left arm. It's Tech 2 engineering. And Rama coming in with a lot of scouts, and he's going to be doing valuable work for TA. He's going to see at what stage Voodoo is and how much stuff he's built. Looks like Voodoo not even attempting to get the Hydra, he's just spamming up a lot of Tech 1 power. I have heard Voodoo mention that he hates Hydras in general, so he doesn't like to get them. TA now with some bombers. This is one of his characteristic plays when he's playing mid. He gets some bombers of his own, which generally surprise the other mid player. And he's going to be putting some fire on Voodoo while he's upgrading. Lucky 7 is going to put an end to this nonsense though with some interceptors. Looks like, yeah, Kinky Priest and Lucky are protecting Voodoo. TA done with Tech 2, is getting the gun immediately. Voodoo's still working on Tech 2, so he's a little bit behind. He now has Tech 2, and instead of going for the gun, he's just gonna build a Tech 2 point defense immediately. TA almost done with the gun, and then he can start Tech 2 point defense of his own. He's getting a radar as well. TA with now 2 upgrades. He's going to realize that Voodoo is already ahead of him in the Tech 2 point defense count. And he shouldn't just be walking in because he is taking fire. He's going to be trying to place some shots, but now there's 2 point defense up. This is going to be very easy for Voodoo to defend. TA trying to overcharge them. He gets 1 to 400 health, but they're still firing away. Takes down one of them. You can see all his units just disappeared. Voodoo going to build right on top of it, get it at half price. Good move. Now both of them are back up. Now TA is suddenly alone. He's getting target fired by the point defense. He's taking a lot of shots. Now he's running back. He should just go into the water. Now he's at 2,500 health, 1,700, 1,500, 300. So TA was at about 300 health there for a few seconds in time. He is still dodging around, dodging the imaginary shots. And now Voodoo with a tactical missile launcher. Let's check out the range on this thing. So he just can't hit the back 4 mexes, which is really what you want to hit because those are usually the ones that are at Tech 2. It's even better if you can hit the back 2, but usually that's a little bit too much to ask. This is why in general it's better to get the missile launcher and the ACU because then you can move it around. Voodoo now getting the nano repair system. It's a back upgrade and it's costing quite a bit of power. And TA in the water. Sounds like my phone is ringing. Ignored it. And what is TA doing? He's getting the nano repair as well. He is behind, but Voodoo, both players will have that nano repair, and Voodoo is really flying along with it. Looks like he has built quite a bit of power. He's getting power from his allies, so he's not stalling at all. He's flying with that upgrade. Even though he's under attack now, he will get the nano repair very soon, and that will put him in a great position to defend pretty much anything. He's nearly done with it. Coming up on minute 12. He now has about 21,000 health, and he regenerates at 85 per second, so he's very hard to kill now. TA almost done with it as well. See, sounds like someone else is getting. You know what? I'll let that go. I'm not sure who that is. And Voodoo looks like he never actually got the gun. He will quickly get that right now. Now TA with a big push. And now the phone is ringing, so I'm gonna have to answer that. Get this at +0. Okay, looks like the people upstairs answered it, so I'm good. Voodoo now with considerably less health. The TA pushing him back, but at this point the ACUs don't actually do too much damage to each other. They both regenerate at 98 health per second, so each of these shots will only actually do 2 damage to them, so they're not doing too much damage to each other right now at all. Voodoo coming in with some Tech 2, some Milshivas, and TA now starting a bunch of proxy factors, and the advantage of having the momentum like this is that you can keep reclaiming as you go. Every time you win a small skirmish, you can just keep on reclaiming and you can continue rolling through. True just flies over with some ASF. TA gets a radar so you can see where everything is. Voodoo also with a good radar placement, he just destroyed TA's radar. TA should just place a bomb on that, or just kill it with a tank, so good move. There aren't going to be any more bomber shenanigans now that there's Tech 2 flak in the area. And the Lucky is using some cyber destroyers to assist Voodoo. TA now in a fair amount of trouble, but he's got plenty of units. And a lot of bombers from Ramag. they didn't do anything at all. And TA with a lot of proxy factors, so he's gonna be making the units close to the front line. It's a good move, it saved a lot of time. It's like some missiles flying from a mobile missile launcher. Both ASUs go back to shooting each other. Very similar kills. Voodoo has 3 more. TA with a lot of artillery in his composition. So anything that doesn't move gets punished immediately. But Voodoo is a little bit too good for that. He is moving his units. However, there's just way too much artillery, not much you can do about it. You can see after taking so much fire, neither ASU is in big trouble at all. Both of them have a ridiculous amount of health. Both ASUs with well over double the HP they started the game with. And Ramak is trying to push back Lucky 7, but this looks like a very even naval composition, but we'll have to see. It looks like Ramak might come out on top for now with his Tech 2. Well, actually, no, this is a destroyer. It's a little bit out of position. So if TA's side can win Navy temporarily, that'll allow him to make a big push. Looks like that's what he's counting on. So even though I said I'd ignore the other players, whoever wins Navy is pretty important to the mid players, so I will talk about that occasionally. Now, Voodoo's just going to rack up some more kills for himself, and even though he's by himself, in the face of a huge army, he's not worried about anything. He's got 30,000 HP. He's recovering at almost, well, more than 100 health per second. So he's not going to care too much about anything, and TA, neither will he. They can both just pretty much take as much damage as they want at this point. Now it looks like Lucky was able to win Navy, and he's bringing his destroyers up. And TA looks like he spotted that. He might be trying to get into overcharge. And Voodoo's just going to be pushing his army back. Lucky says get off the beach. And it is not in time, and that one might get overcharged as well. And it does. He takes out both destroyers. He has averted some of the naval threat. Voodoo now up to 100 kills, TA4Life 78. And Voodoo gonna follow this up with a lot of Tech 2 point defense, so a good way to secure your position as you move along. So Voodoo at as much health as he's gonna get. At the moment he's at 31,000. TA still at 29,000. And Voodoo will be recovering at, what is this? 100. Like 117 health per second. It's quite a bit. All the units are getting packed together against the factories. So yeah, a huge fight going on in the background, but we're not concerned about that. And he did mention a way to turn this annoying flickering on and off, but I can't remember how to do it. I'll have to ask him about that. A very adventurous engineer from TA. It was reclaiming while being really close to Voodoo. Voodoo showing us how to dodge artillery. Starting and stopping, changing direction. Very effective techniques. Now he's shooting himself a little bit, but that's all good. He can't really kill himself. True with massive ASF force. He doesn't want to stay out there for too long though. Lots of flak here from TA. TA pushing in again, 81 kills. So Elsha was putting fire. And TA with more units, but Voodoo is able to hold on. He's got a really big Tech 2 spam. Looks like he might be having some eco problems though. Now Voodoo still not in any danger whatsoever. 141 kills. Very dangerous ACU. TA at 89. 94. He just got a massive overcharge there. Everything is getting destroyed. Looks like TA is just going for it. He might just try to roll everything with his artillery. Voodoo throwing up some Tech 1 point defense. Good choice when you're being attacked by hordes of Tech 1. Good high fire rate. Also some Ilshivas getting overcharged as well. That was a slow-mo. Oh, that's a weird overcharge. That's what happens when you overcharge a unit, but it dies before the overcharge gets there. It just goes in a circle. TA planning even more proxy factories. He wants to get these units out to the front line ASAP. Voodoo nearing 200 kills. If he gets there, that'll be very impressive. Throwing up even more. Wow, actually, that was a nice bomb. Halts the production for a little bit. And he's taken out. Voodoo still doesn't care about his Hydra. He's just sticking with his Tech 1. And TA definitely seems to have won the middle fight. Voodoo has almost no more production. It will take something amazing. His team needs to intervene. Looks like Kinky Priest has a very dominant navy at this point, but it's a little bit too far away to do anything. He could move it here and cut off any reinforcements, but Mr. White would probably try to do something about it. So Voodoo really has only his ACU with 188 kills to defend with. TA should just be relaxing right now. Suspect also with his ASF force in the area, so neither air player wants to engage at this point. You can see True here amassing a lot of strat bombers though. This could be very big trouble for TA. He's got 31,000, and I do believe the Aeon strat bomber does somewhere under 3,000 damage, so 10 of these would get you to maybe 3/4 of his health, so you'd need 14 to 15 Aeon strat bombers to kill him in one pass. It looks like that's about what he has, and we'll see if he can pull that off. So TA still just trying to poke around, prodding, trying to see if he can find an opening. And now Voodoo has just passed the 200 kill mark. No extra veterancy for him though. Overcharge just hits a hill. Could have taken out all those units in one shot. Looks like Air Force is even. Let's just check the Air Forces out of curiosity. 111 for True. 156 for Suspect. It's because True has been making strat bombers this whole time. Voodoo trying to go Tech 3. That's a good move. If he can get out enough siege tanks, or well, siege tanks are his option right now. He can definitely start cutting down on his Tech 1, but with TA's ACU able to overcharge at will, that's going to be very difficult. And this is really bad. TA probably realizes what's going on, and he's about to get hit by a really big swarm of strat bombers. You can see the health plummeting, and he goes down. And you can see how many ASF just got killed from Suspect. So not only they kill TA, but True A is able to get an ASF advantage, making up for what he had lost before. So this amazing mid-fight between TA and Voodoo is over at 25 minutes. Even though TA won, he still got sniped, and we can see what's gonna happen next, because this game is basically over. Kinky Priest looks like he's in a better position than Mr. White, so he should be able to take Navy eventually. And they've killed TA. Voodoo can start pushing out. They could win this Navy now that they have air control. And they have a whole pack of strap armors with which they can kill anybody. So I'm going to stop this now, and hopefully people enjoyed this. I'll see you guys next time.